Hi. Let me just move this here. Okay, so a lot of my friends have been asking if we're really heading into another recession. It's really not easy to predict, even though indicators are saying it's likely. The thing I want to talk about in this video is volatility. For day trading, volatility is amazing. A stock can plummet, you can get in at the right price, it can rebound, you can sell it, lock in a lot of profits. But volatility in Wall Street in general, especially for long-term investments, is really scary, especially for corporations, which we might hate, right? We might hate corporate America, but hey, what are these buttons? Whoa, a lot bigger. Maybe for this video back here. Okay, we might hate corporate America, but sorry, we might hate it, but we depend on it, right? They make the stuff we buy, they employ us, and these companies like stability. I know we think it's cool that Trump is like this tough-talking, fuck everyone, burn it all down kind of guy, but it's really dangerous, especially for corporate America and for Wall Street. Whether you hate these things or not, too fucking bad. They're too important. Your job depends on them. Your products depend on them. Your groceries. Hate them or love them, you need them. And what Trump is doing, this volatility that he's causing by saying, we're going to tariff, never mind, no wait, we're gonna, never mind, is causing big spikes in volatility, as you can see right here in this chart, right here in the last few weeks. Volatility is not good because it makes companies afraid. A company likes to be able to plan out for the long term, right? They like to go, hey, 5 years from now, this is where we think we're going to be. If they can't do that because volatility is making them anxious, they're going to tighten their reins. It's the same thing that you would do as a family. If I was your boss and I came to you and said, hey, who knows, guys, who knows? You would start cutting back and you would start saving and preserving capital. And that's all Wall Street is doing. Wall Street is preserving capital. When they get scared, and corporate America too, when they get scared because of volatility, they start tightening back. And you go, yeah, well, fuck them. They should be. No, because they employ you and they're going to fire you because they want to preserve capital. So if a company comes in and goes, with this president, we really don't know what's going on. These tariffs might mean increase, we're going to have to increase the cost of our products. If we increase the cost, people buy less. If people buy less, we don't need to be employing all these people. It's a whole cycle. If I'm employing all these people and there's no consumers there buying, I don't need to be employing all these people. I'm going to fire some of them, which is good for my bottom line. Now I'm not spending all that money on salaries, on insurance, on matching 401ks or whatever companies do. Hell, maybe I can even close a factory. Wouldn't that be great? Then I don't have to pay the rent on that factory. I don't have to pay the insurance on the factory. I don't have to pay the utilities on the factory. Then I can really start saving money. And hey, if I'm doing it, I bet you that a lot of other companies are thinking about the same thing. And that's what this proactive need to preserve capital causes companies to tighten the reins. And when one company does it, others will follow suit. And that will spur on a recession because now this company's firing 10,000, that company's firing 5,000, more layoffs coming, and that can spur on fear. And it's made only worse by a president who's so volatile and who's coming out going, yeah, we're going to do this. No, wait, wait. And, when you look at his businesses, his business model is screw everyone, I profit, I declare bankruptcy, and everyone else is left holding the bag. And that's kind of what's kind of happening here, right? He's running this country like he's run his businesses, which is to say, not well. And he's a con man. And what ends up happening, or could end up happening, is proactively companies can start panicking. My friends have all asked if they should start panicking. If they're heading into a recession, should we start preserving capital? Should I start selling my stocks? What should I do? And it's a lengthier answer than I can give in this video. But, if you have a profit, nobody ever went broke taking a profit. If you need, if you don't have a lot of income, but you want to be able to buy stocks in the middle of a recession, then yeah, lock in some profits. It wouldn't be the worst thing. I don't know whether we're going into a recession or not. Nobody knows 100%, one way or the other. But should you panic? No. If anything, you should be preserving capital, just like these corporations might potentially be doing. Preserve capital so that when we do, if we do go into a recession, you've got the money on hand to then buy up as much stock as possible. You know the Warren Buffett quote, when others are greedy, be fearful. People have been greedy. We've had quite the run up from 18,000 to 27,000. People are greedy. They want more, more, more. And if you throw a ball up into the air, it only goes up for a little bit. Everything comes back down. When others are greedy, be fearful. And when others are fearful, be greedy. And since we don't know if a recession is coming, and if we end up in one, we don't know whether it could be a year or 4 years or 5 years. The secret to buying stocks is something called averaging down. Buy a little at a time, right? Let's say you like a company that's $100 a share. Buy 25 shares. If you're planning on buying 100 shares, buy 25. Watch it. Starts dropping. Now it's 80. Buy a little more, just a little, because hey, we're in a recession. It could get worse. Now it's 60. Buy a little more. Because wouldn't it suck if you said, hey, how could it go lower than 80? I'm going to just go all in here, and you dump all your money into it, and then it drops down to 50, right? Now, since we don't know that it's going to go to 50, and we don't know that it's not going to stop at, might stop at 80 and might turn around. You want to get a little. You don't want to go all in. If a recession is happening, you want to average down a little at a time, just so you don't waste all your money up here, bought it at 80, now it's 50, and you can't afford to buy any more. And yeah, over the long term, that stock might be a $200 stock in 10 years. We don't know. But so the best practice is a little at a time, don't panic, and, I don't know if a recession is coming. I don't know, you don't know, nobody knows. But indicators are pointing towards a possible one, and with an unstable president, it's a possibility. That's all you can say, I don't know. It's a possibility. Please like, please subscribe. Have a good